What's going on, everyone? Chris Colucci here, team lead at Lexington Capital Holdings. Today we're talking about financing strategies specifically for family-owned businesses. How to grow, protect cash flow, and build generational wealth without putting the legacy at risk. Let's get into it. Family-owned businesses are built differently. They're not just income-producing assets, they're legacies. They're early mornings with your parents, their holidays spent at the shop, they're your last name on the building, and because of that, financing decisions feel heavier. You're not just borrowing money, you're making decisions that impact your family's reputation, stability, and future. But here's what I've learned working with family businesses. The biggest risk isn't using capital. It's using the wrong strategy or avoiding capital altogether out of fear. Today, I'm breaking down real financing strategies specifically for family-owned businesses so you can grow without putting the legacy at risk. Family businesses operate differently than corporations. You'll usually see tight control within a small group, profits reinvested back into the company, limited outside investors, heavy reliance on personal guarantees, and emotional decision making. And that last one is big, because when it's your father's business or your grandfather's business, you're not just looking at numbers, you're protecting pride. But here's the hard truth. Emotion is great for culture, and it's terrible for financial structure. And if you don't separate the two, growth stalls. Strategy 1, clean structure before capital. Before you even think about financing, clean the house. I see it all the time. Personal expenses running through the business, unclear ownership percentages between siblings, no defined roles, no formal operating agreement, and then they ask why funding is difficult. Lenders fund clarity. They don't fund confusion. If you want better options, you need clean P&Ls, organized tax returns, clear ownership structure, defined leadership. The more professional your structure, the more leverage you have. Structure equals options. Strategy number 2, match the money to the mission. Not all capital is the same, and one of the biggest mistakes family businesses make is treating financing like it's a one-size-fits-all. For example, if you're buying seasonal inventory, that's a short-term capital. If you're renovating a location, that's structured capital. If you're expanding into a second market, that might require layered capital. The strategy isn't always get the lowest rate. The strategy is, what is the money meant to do? Smart business owners match the financing product to the purpose. Because when you match structure to strategy, the capital works for you, not against you. Strategy number 3, protect cash flow at all costs. In family businesses, cash flow isn't just numbers, it's payroll for people you've known your entire life. It's employees who've been there 15, 20 years. It's family members relying on stability. So here's the rule. Never structure growth in a way that suffocates cash flow. Growth should increase breathing room, not eliminate it. That means payments aligned with revenue cycles, avoiding over-leveraging, building reserves, maintaining flexibility. Fast growth is exciting, sustainable growth is powerful, and family businesses should always prioritize sustainability. Strategy number 4, separate personal credit from business credit. This is a big one. A lot of family-owned businesses rely heavily on one's personal credit, usually the founder, and that works until it doesn't. If all financing depends on one person, the business becomes fragile, transition becomes harder, scaling becomes limited. Strong family businesses build business credit profiles separate from personal credit over time. That creates more flexibility, more borrowing power, less personal risk. If you want a business that lasts generations, it can't rely on one's personal credit. Strategy number 5, plan for generational transition now. Most family businesses wait too long to talk about succession, but financing strategies should support transition. Ask yourself, is the next generation being prepared to manage capital? Is there a clear leadership roadmap? Are banking relationships built around the company, not just the founder? Because one of the biggest financial risks isn't bad debt. It's uncertainty during leadership change. Strong financing strategy builds continuity. Continuity protects legacy. Strategy number 6, don't wait for problems to explore capital. This is something we preach constantly. The worst time to look for funding is when you're desperate. Family businesses especially tend to say, we don't need anything right now. But the strongest position you can be in is pre-approved, pre-positioned, prepared. Capital is cheaper and more flexible when you don't urgently need it. Opportunity favors prepared businesses, not reactive ones. Here's the bottom line. Family-owned businesses don't need to play small to protect legacy. They need to play smart. Smart structure, smart capital, smart timing. When financing is used strategically, you grow without overextending, you protect cash flow, you build generational wealth, and you maintain control. If you're running a family-owned business and you're thinking about expansion, restructuring, or just positioning yourself better, have the conversation early, because protecting the legacy doesn't mean avoiding growth, it means building it the right way. Again, I'm Colucci, team lead at Lexington Capital Holdings. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.